Hello, people of the planet. Welcome back to my channel. This is Port Charles Public Radio, brought to you by Aurora Media. I am your host. My name is Abby. Can we talk about Friday? I'm so sorry I was not here yesterday. I didn't feel good, so and I still don't really feel good. So but I really wanted to talk about the episode. I don't have any friends who watch the show, and like Facebook groups aren't enough for me, and I don't understand how to like talk to people on Twitter about it. It always feels like a fight. So, 'cause I can't read tone on Twitter. So, let's see how many people were on. So I just talked to you. You guys are my void. Because there's nobody else to talk to about it, so I just talk out loud to somebody. Thanks for being here. Just throwing that out there. For some reason, I wanted to talk about this episode today. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20 people if you count. Sorry. The doctor, which I do. So I did not write locations down, but because I was so enthralled with what's going on, we can talk about it. See, I don't feel good. We were in Jordan's office for a minute. We were in the clinic for a hot second. The chapel, the Metro Court bar, or the restaurant, and the Q house. And I'm just gonna say GH, like hallways. There was quite a bit of hallways and like around the corner shots. There was quite a bit of moving around there, to be honest. Yeah, okay. Let's just start with Alexis and Mac. I really, really loved that we were in this space today, just the two of them, and him still not really giving, I don't want to say like putting the pressure on her, but like letting it sink in, like intimately letting it sink in. The choice of like not putting it in the intimidation room, interrogation, and putting it in the office was like, yeah, for one, to keep her reputation at stake. Like the whole squad room don't need to see that because they know who you are. Like, is that what you want to make this theatric? Do you want everyone to see you this way? I thought it'd be best probably not. He was looking out for her, and two, he was looking out for her. Why are we in Jordan's office? Because I just want to call it privileged, bitch. You are a person of like presence here. Like, you're a known person in this society. Didn't she try to fucking run after being an alcoholic, or am I tripping? I thought maybe, didn't she try to run for office or something? I don't know. She was a district attorney at one point. Yo, come on. Like, that's what he was getting at. It was like, you being in this room is like, you're a big deal and you are down. This is the last step of big deal you get, because like once you leave this room, I'm putting you in a cell and like you're going to prison for like felony assault. You know, he's like letting her like sober up a little bit in the last bit of comfort, you know, because that's it. And he's doing it cold, you know, because he's like, he's so upset when it's necessary, you know, but he says things with force. And I've always respected fucking Mac about. I'm so happy that like Mac was on today, because like he was very like, you don't get it. Do you understand? This is a big, and then once he finally yelled, was like, there are no justifications for your actions. Like, he chooses to, like, raise his tone in a very, it's great. I love it. I love Mac. He, I love Mac. I've always loved who he is, and his parenting and how he raised Maxie and Robin, how he took all these girls, and uh, I envied it because I didn't have a father growing up who like wanted to like spend time with me. So seeing that guy on screen, it was like, oh. I love Mac. So that was super cool seeing, and the whole episode they were just in that area. Like just they stayed in that like I want to say area because like they didn't leave. She didn't get up. He didn't really walk around like an interrogation room. They stayed panned in that spot, like at the desk the whole time. Him on her, she's like, I mean, she did get up a little bit, but she stayed at the chair. Like she didn't really. She kind of spun in place a little bit. Like, it was very tight. I liked it the whole time, and her flipping out, was parallel to Olivia's flipping out and her manic episode. Man, that was a good pairing that they did there on that scene or that episode. And I understand why they do this. Okay, like I get the day that like we had to say goodbye to Lulu and Julian, I thought was that is so much, and like to break it up in the week versus just dealing with them at one time is easier on viewers. It's not a hard week, it's a hard episode, but it feels like a hard week. Anyway, so it was very tight, right? And I get why, like I saw like they did that back to back. They were tight on their faces, and I don't remember really specifically seeing them go directly from one to the other. I just felt like we're cutting to these women's faces with them freaking the fuck out, like tight on their face. It was there's a lot of hysterics in there, and like watching Olivia flip. Damn, I didn't think that like in the chapel, right, that she was gonna like sit there and pray and pray and pray and then get the good news and say, okay, God, I hope you understand, but I gotta go get something off my chest that I have been holding in or get something off my shoulders that I've been carrying for a while, or whatever she said. I hope you understand, right? And like what she ends up saying is, that murderous bitch, I will make you pay. I promise I will make you pay. Like, you didn't say something. You declared you're gonna fuck this person's world up somehow. You gonna make her suffer. And I don't think she's ever gonna directly do anything to her kids or her grandkids, of course, because Olivia wouldn't do that. She immediately looked at Sam earlier and was like, you are not responsible for your mother's actions. Just like I am not responsible for Dante's heroics. I'm doing, my head hurts, so I'm sorry if I'm not. There's a pressure here. So I'm trying to yeah, it was insane to see Olivia flip like that. And so now she's gonna go march straight from the chapel to Alexis, and Michael's like, I'll let you know if anything changes. I don't even think she's gonna see Dante first. That's fucking tips. You wouldn't have had, like, why would you leave and not say goodbye first? Like, I don't know. So Olivia's not fucking thinking clearly. And I am so proud there's so many interactions that go on with all these people now on screen because like they keep moving people from like location to location. Then the scenes are really changing. There's a lot of people back and forth. You know, like Olivia had a whole thing by herself, and then Robert came in, and then Ned came in, Michael came in, the doctor came in, and then a scene afterward. There was a lot of like on that one. I was and Alexis, and I swear to God, if they do not give Nancy Lee Grant the Emmy this year, what's the point of giving these actors like any sort of fucking because man, she's so good, so good. I love drunk Alexis, like alcohol Alexis. Like this chick is so wild, right? When I like her when she's romantic too. Don't get me wrong. I love romantic Alexis. Like relationship Alexis. Man, I wish that they would let that woman be romantic because she's good at romance and I love seeing it. Just like the little bits that we saw of Laura being romantic, like when she showed up at Kevin's like naked in a trench coat. Look at that. Laura's sexy. Look at that little romance. I wish we saw a little bit more of that like we did, or like back in the day. I was going to say like we did back in the day. I was not here back in the day. But I've watched them on YouTube. I saw them in gestation or something, you know. Is that gross? It was great for Olivia today. I hope that bitch, if they don't give it to Alexis, please give it to you know, Olivia. What is that woman's name? She's got is it Lexi? I can't remember, but she's got a long Italian name. It's cute, and I follow her on Instagram, and she's super skinny. And I read an interview once about her like workout and like diet and like her like regimen of life. Bitch gotta go on. So like moving on from like let's segue. I'm trying to think like what's the best hop over from there. Do we want to stay in the hospital? I mean, Olivia. Okay, so like yeah, Robert showed up and he was really there. We could talk about Robert. He was really there for her, and he remembered that he already knew about this. And I wonder if that's going to come back to bite him later. If Olivia's going to get mad at him because he's going to admit that he knew something. Maybe. But I think it'll be cute of a moment, to be honest. And I have this prediction that they might kiss come summer. Just saying. Robert and Olivia might kiss in the summer. Maybe. Because kissing might be allowed by then. So maybe. I feel like that would be spread out enough because she's not gonna try to like kiss him while she's still married. No, it's gonna be a while. Like her and him have to be on the rocks for like a while, and like marriage is almost over before she makes some kind of mistake like that. Like 6 months from now, yeah. That's enough time away for Olivia to fuck up, in my opinion. If you wanna, like, who else was there? Michael, but he was over at the other. Let's talk about Sam. And Portia, like Portia showed up at the right time. She was in and out. I had to write her down last second because I didn't. She was very doctorly today, and it was kind of. It's nice hearing her doctor. You know, her doctor voice. The doctor voice is very cute on some actors. You know, when they put it on their character on some characters, and then some of them, in my opinion, is very cute. I'm like, oh, look how good they are at that. I like listening to Portia, the way she does it. She's like, no, not yet, but we're monitoring him, and then like she's briskly walking away, like. The way she kind of walks away, I was like, fuck, that was a lot. But I still kind of like keep going. And I can just like read that, but like how she walks like away, how I can see it on her back. But maybe that's just me. I liked it. I like Portia. Her doctor today was good, and how she talked to because she was walking briskly to the chapel, you know. It was kind of like a moment to like, but then she still was like going to go tell Olivia directly. Good on her for that one. Sam was there today with Jason. I really was hoping that when she came around the corner and she heard when she heard Liz and Franco and Jason and all them talking, like, oh, that was your plan, that Jason was going to put you down. I thought she was going to get mad at him for like keeping this from her, and she didn't. This bitch is so inconsistent. Ugh! Like, I thought she was gonna get mad because she's like, why didn't you tell me? Why do you keep not telling me things? You know, and he's like, I didn't want to worry you. Her response was like, okay, I know you didn't really tell him that because you wouldn't incriminate yourself, but like these people legitimately think that there is a plan in place. Do you see that? You know, what? Like she was still that's like Sam if she was still in you know, her JSam love, if she was still like Sam McCall Morgan or whatever her name is. But right now she's like separating, I think. You know, she can't be around him. He's about to be mob boss man. Mob boss! You know? It's just fucking inconsistent. It drives me insane. Her nonsense, I don't want to talk to you about this. You came to their place of business. You came to the hospital while Elizabeth was working to fucking yell at her or to have this argument about like, you know, is there something else you didn't tell me? Because like this article is way different from what you said. Blah 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 blah. And like, of course, Franco's gonna show up there because all this shit just came out. He's coming straight to his wife, who is also at his job. He's gonna come to his job to talk to them about it. And you fucking blow up like that. And he's like, and he's as calm as he can be about it. He's just like, Sam, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm a different person. But like, if I start acting like the other guy, and she's like, I don't want to talk to you. Oh, fuck. Like, oh my God, why is she like that? I know I'm like 20 minutes in, and I still have so many other people to talk about. I fucking hate that she is like that sometimes. And this was one of those moments where I thought she was going to flip out. She would have had a valid point. Didn't. Whatever. No, she threw like this fucking pity party about herself and was just like, I need to turn my mother in. I'm the one who turned her in. Yeah, you're the one who turned her in. You can't say you're going to go after Shiloh and then bitch every fucking corner about Shiloh. Around every corner. Like, every corner. Okay. I don't like that about Sam. I love her, but not right now. I don't. I have a really love-hate relationship with Sam, and Sam is fucking... Why are you like that today? I didn't like it at all. So yeah, let's talk about Jason and Liz. Obviously, she hates him. At this point, she's so angry with him. Not hates him, but she's so pissed. Like has a disdain, like a taste in her mouth for this man. Like she's not happy about him, and I don't know how they're gonna recover from this. To be honest, I don't know. Like because you know, like what she was saying to Franco, or what he said, I wish you would love me just a little bit less and leave me like everyone's telling you to because it could be good for you. And she's like, not a chance. Because how this man fell for her and like chose her and stuck by her through so much. No, Elizabeth's not giving up her fairy tale. She's not. Like, I think with when did she start to? No, I think their wedding was fun. I can't remember if they had a terrible wedding or not or something. I think something weird happened, or they just never had it. I think they just never had it. I can't remember. But it was after the wedding when the whole when the thing happened with Kim and his brain got fucked with. That was, oh yeah, I got kidnapped by Shiloh. That was bad. We were all like, no, we love New Franco. Do not take Elizabeth's happy ending. This guy is the best thing for her and her kids. He loves them. Don't do it. And so like seeing the flip of like him having to go through shit and her fighting to keep him time and time again, and like cancer, it's fucking cancer, dude. Yeah, to see his temperament and her temperament with each other and like with everybody else in the world. Yo, if these two make it out of this, I wonder if one, because like honestly, I think those two, they fight for some shit. And there's gonna be like a new baby or something because Kim's got this fucking kid, and we know it's not Charlie's, even though that's what this nanny chick said. Anyway. Not sponsored. Yeah. There's so many people to talk about. Let's see. If we because like Monica showed up, that was great, and I'm glad that like she had a scene with Tracy, and the scene was, get the fuck out of here, you need to go now, make this better for everybody, you need to leave the country because you're about to get like arrested. And man, she was right, because like boom, around the corner, arrest warrant, and they're on their way to come book you, bitch. And she's like, no, I left the country. Brunei, I don't know where that's at, but I'm gonna look up Brunei. Or Brunei, and see where that is, but she's going home to Luke, and I like hearing that her home is with Luke still. You know, people, she's like, it's hard to find Luke. No, she's with Luke. Tracy knows where Luke is, but like sometimes she's like, I don't know. It was good. Ned popping in and out. I mean, I don't really have much to say about Ned. I don't fucking like Ned sometimes. Some of the shit he does and says. And today, Robert popping at him a little bit and puffing at him. It was cute. I like their little quarrels. They're like Englishmen sporting, talking shit to each other, even though like Ned's not English, or like neither is Robert. It just feels like they're quarreling when they converse that way. Talking shit to each other. Julian used to call him Ted instead of Ned. I enjoy that people have like nicknames for each other, or like real names, or their tics or what, and it doesn't go away. You know, Jackie calls Chase Harry. You know, Jay was what Nina called Nathan, which I think that's gone now. This Nina doesn't call him Jay. I think I heard her say it a couple times, but when she refers to Nathan, she says Nathan and then doesn't say Jay later. So, you know, that sucks about that. I don't know how I got that far. Monica. Yeah, great on Monica. Let's talk about Nina. No, before we move over to all the fuckers in the I'm cursing a lot today. I'm sorry. Before we move over to all the peeps in the bar, I was gonna say the bitches in the bar. Uh, um, let's talk about Sunny, Phyllis, and the Dacta. So they had good tones with him. They were stern. He was definitely doing his manic spiral down, that we've seen Sunny do before, where he's going and going, and he's acting like he's backed into a corner, uh because he starts getting angry about like what you're saying, like, no, I'm not a maniac, no, I'm not crazy, like, even though he's not actually like being told you're crazy, this is a crazy thing, that's what he's hearing in the subtext. He's reading between the lines, and that's what it's making him feel. And it's so hard to like deal with a manic episode with an individual and get them out of it when they haven't come to terms with that term, them being manic episodes or just being manic. If they haven't come to term with the term, they haven't come, whatever. It's hard. So, if you don't, like with an alcoholic, step one, you know, so it's so hard to see Sunny like this, and I hate this fucking storyline because I hate that it's gotten to this point. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it at all, dude. And her saying to Sunny today, out of everything, that's what hurts. Talking about her being a stranger. That was good. That was real good. And like, man, she gave him a small dose of lithium. Like, how the fuck long is he gonna stay here? That's gonna be hard to keep watching, my friend. I don't wanna do it anymore. And I can't leave the not the hospital, the Metro Court. Hold on. Because, like, at the Metro Court, there was Nina, Jax, Valentine, Carly, and Michael showed back up. Right? This, like, foursome and Michael. And Michael, like, said the whole fucking thing, and Carly sat there quiet, and then she piped up to try to defend Jax, and Jax was like, no. I'm gonna tell you everything, because I'm tired of lying to you about the Nell thing. You need to know the truth about what happened with Nell. And I'm just like, yo, straight up. Are you gonna say everything? Like, not involved in covering up this idea of the baby could be Nell, of the baby being Nell, because of this necklace they found later on. But like, back to when it happened, the struggle at the cabin with Nell, and Carly, like, letting her fall off the cliff, not letting her, like, it slipped out of her hands, this woman, and she fell off a fucking cliff. And we don't really know if Nell had that fucking necklace on, which she didn't. Is he gonna say everything? Is he? Because that was what I think Carly was trying to keep from happening just now too, besides like covering the tracks of how long he's known about it. Like, you conspired to keep quiet about how this woman fell to her death, and they didn't recover her body until later. I mean, they knew that she must have fallen. That could have been where she went because of the steep cliff right there, but I don't know. It's also pretty fucking scary that like this cabin is that close to a cliff and you like grew up with your kids there. But they were taught not to do that, I guess, and Nell's an idiot. She fell. Yeah, this whole like episode today was a train wreck. Watching those two pieces come together and the heartbeat. Oh god, I hated it. I was like, no, I don't want to know about it. And this is why I really wanted to come on the show today. Really, what I wanted to say was like, Michael walked away and he was like, if Nell is really your child, then like, I'm really sorry about how everything happened. Because he's just like, this is how you found out. If that's who she is, I'm sorry. That's rough. All of it. Not just it being Nell, but like, this is how we're figuring it out after she's dead and on national television on Sasha's neck. Because fucking Carly and Jax have been keeping this. No, that's hard, dude. That's so. Nina's gonna go into a spiral. She's probably gonna sleep with Valentine. Let's see how much Jax tells. And my prediction, right, is that Michael. I have like an air bubble stuck. Anyway, sorry, had to clear that. This is my prediction. I really hope that, like, of course, they're gonna try to do the Wiley blood test thing to find out. You know, hopefully they'll do that soon rather than later. But Michael confirming that he never saw that necklace on her, I think she stole it from Nell. Or I think Nell stole it from Willow when she went to kidnap Wiley. Because she thought it would be worth money. But instead decided to keep it for herself because that fucking girl does that. She steals things like jewelry, or doesn't. She stole. I was gonna say she doesn't really steal, but she keeps things. You know, she took. Cause like, I don't think she stole anything from Carly. She just like conspired against her. You know. The thief, was she a thief with Nina ever? No. I don't think she, but like with she kept that engagement ring, right? With her first fiance that she killed. She kept that in case she needed the money. And then she was like, no, it was owed to me. It was mine. I earned it or whatever. That's how I feel she'd justify taking that necklace from Willow. She just took it one day and thought needed money. She had insurance or something, and it looked fancy and real and unique. So she was gonna sell it, or hold it over. But because she didn't start wearing it or showing it off until after that. Just saying. And when Nina first saw it or showed Willow, she was shocked, and she looks a lot like Finn. Let's put Willow up to Finn, okay? Those two look so similar. Just saying. They look very similar. Yeah, Nell could take after Nina, but Willow could be taking after her father and look a lot like Finn. Just saying, because Kiki looked nothing like that guy. I was gonna say she took after. It's not really her responsibility to take after her face. Like, she was born to be a spitting image of Ava compared to fucking Finn. Except it's not Finn. It was Silas Clay. That. And yeah, I think that's all. Okay, no, I'm sorry. My prediction is that they're gonna say, you know, because Michael knew Willow, or knew Nell for a lot longer, and he's like, I never saw any of that in her stuff, you know, and he saw that girl move around a lot. You know, she moved from like her apartment, and like she came to stay with him. She kept her shit in bags a lot. She moved into the fucking Quartermains, like, you know, yeah. I think he's been intimate with her shit, and like, you know, it makes sense for him to be like, I don't remember seeing that at all. But they're gonna ask Chase. They're gonna say, Chase, you've known Nell for a long time. Did you ever see this before when you first know her? He'd be like, no, I don't remember Nell having anything like this, but this looks like Willow's necklace. Willow used to have something like this. And they're gonna be like, what? And it's like, yeah, she used to keep it and never wore it. It was in the bedside table. I'm like, that's what I hope is gonna happen. That's my prediction, because it's a hope that they're gonna say that it's gonna come out that way. And if not, it's gonna be a big reveal in the DNA test with Michael's kid, that Nina is in fact not related to Wiley. And we'll figure out the Willow thing through a blood test or something. I don't know. Like everyone's sick. We need I'm fading. I'm losing it, guys. Sorry. If you have stuck with me this long, thank you for sticking. 38 minutes. Oh my God. It was a lot to talk about, and I'm so scared for Jax. They're gonna break up. It's gonna be heartbreaking. You guys, stay safe out there. Peace to the planet. Tip your waitresses. And yeah, I think that's about it. Will you guys like talk to me, you know, in the comments or something if you want to, you know, talk about the show, please? Or if I've missed anything, that'd be great. Yeah. Peace to the planet, and yeah. Bye.